Hello viewers, Super GT here. Welcome to something slightly different. This is a Gran Turismo Sport news video where we're going to talk about what is going to be added into the game on the 1.22 update, which is coming July 30th. Now this is the big July update. We've not had a massive update since the end of May in terms of extra content with cars and circuits. So it's a bit of a longer wait than normal. So obviously the anticipation is a bit higher than normal, and rightly so, because some of the stuff we're about to see is very, very interesting. And as always, in the typical Gran Turismo fashion, they're tweeting out sort of very small snippets or teasers, if you like. They don't really go all out and tell you everything. They like to kind of keep back the detail, and you kind of have to work it out for yourself what they're going to add. So this video is going to go through all of that. Okay, so first things first, we're going to talk about the 7 cars that are going to be added into the game. Now, someone you definitely want to follow on Twitter, if you don't do that already, is Kaz Yamauchi, so the CEO of Polyphony Digital, who make Gran Turismo. So someone very important to follow if you're really into Gran Turismo, which I'm guessing you are, probably why you're here. So he's tweeted out this image of 7 silhouetted cars. We often see these images when they're going to add a load of new cars. And so top right looks like 4GT. Exact one, I'm not sure. Perhaps the GT40 or the GT-LM from around 10 years ago. On the bottom right, Ferrari 250 GTO. Obviously a classic machine. Really nice to see that. And the bottom left, Mazda 787B. One of the most important Japanese race cars ever, won Le Mans on its only attempt, which is nice to see that actually, because we had a couple of Le Mans races added to the game in the May update along with the Le Mans circuit, so it'd be nice to have another car to go with the 3 that already exist. But it's the one in the middle which we're really interested in here, and I have every reason to believe that this is a Mercedes 2017 Formula One car. Now let's go through the reasons why that is a possibility. So looking at the Twitter again of Kaz, he's tweeted this, which is 3 images, more close-up shots. Now we're guessing that this is the middle car. Now I don't think any of the other cars on the outside quite have the level of intricacy on their aerodynamics than the one in the middle. So we can suspect that these images belong to that car that sits in the middle of the original image. So looking at the second image he tweeted, this is looking at sort of the side of the driver cockpit. The driver cockpit is at the top of the image, and you're looking at the sort of the left-hand side of the car, and the front of the car is towards the top left of the image. So yes, it's not exactly clear from that alone, but it does look very Formula car-ish. And one of the things I was thinking is the fact that this is got a tweet to itself probably suggests it's something fairly important, fairly big. I don't think if it was a fictional car, I don't think this would be getting quite this sort of attention. So the other image here, again, it looks perhaps like part of the front wing, but I mean, I'm not an expert on the Mercedes W08 F1 car, but it does look very intricate. It does look very much like a modern Formula One car. But it's the first image which is very important, I think, in this, because again, very, very intricate indeed. Could belong to any Formula One car really. But there's a tweet by Inu Desho which seemed to highlight the exact part on the car that this correlates to, and the image is pretty much exactly the same. You can see it there. So the little image on the right is the image that they tweeted out, that Kaz has tweeted out, and then the image on the left is a part of the W08 Mercedes Formula One car. And I believe that is, just looking at the front right of the air intake, so just to the driver's right-hand side and a bit down behind the right front wheel, that sort of area of the car. And I believe that is exactly what we're looking at there, a part of the Mercedes W08. And just going back to the silhouette image, I believe that they got it from this image here, which is when they launched the car. But that image there, it looks like that is where they have sort of achieved that silhouette. So obviously really put the shade on it and made it really dark, and it does look very strange, the silhouette, but once you add up the sort of the parts of the car at the back and the middle and the front, it does look very much like that Mercedes W08. Lewis Hamilton does have an affiliation with Gran Turismo. You may well have seen his video where he spoke with Kaz, although it's fairly awkward at times because Kaz doesn't speak English or doesn't speak fluent English, and obviously Lewis doesn't speak Japanese. And Lewis was setting a time within the game on Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit in the Mercedes GT car, and obviously there's an affiliation between the two of them. You can see that when Lewis does his media interviews during Formula One, he has on the left side of his cap, he has a Gran Turismo. He's sponsored by them in some sort of way. There is a link between the two, and it is perhaps that link which should suggest that this could be a Lewis Hamilton car, or it's not his car, I suppose. It's a Mercedes car, but he may well have pushed through this request to have this kind of car in the game. So there's a couple of reasons why I believe that middle car is the Mercedes W08. It is a very interesting idea to have that car in the game, and I very much look forward to if it is that car. I mean, even if it isn't, it's going to be presumably a very fast Formula car, and if they put it in as a daily race, it's going to be absolutely scintillating, with no doubt many penalties dished out on that first lap when everyone really doesn't know what the hell they're doing, myself included, probably. But yeah, there's a couple of reasons why that should be, or could be, the Mercedes W08, which is a very interesting addition to Gran Turismo Sport. Now, if you're a circuit lover like me, you're always happy to see new circuits added to the game, and there is going to be one added in this July update. Now, they have, again, in typical Gran Turismo fashion, tweeted out a couple of snippets, if you like, of what the circuit is going to look like. It's very, very basic indeed. It's very hard to work out exactly what it is. But the first of the tweets is this. So it's sort of scanning over a load of water. You can see a bridge to the left-hand side, mountainous region. Not much you can really tell from that. So from that, not much to be deduced in typical Gran Turismo fashion. But it's the next tweet that they released, which looks in a little bit more detail. It gives you a clue as to the location in the Provence region of France, and it shows you the bridge that we saw in the first tweet. So looking at it a little bit closer. Now, the Provence region is in southeastern France, very close to Italy on the Mediterranean coast. It actually houses Monaco. Now, I don't think this track is Monaco, and I mean, I hope it's not, because I'll be getting about 50 years worth of penalties if it was Monaco. But it is almost certainly going to be a fictional circuit, and let me tell you why. So if we look at the history here of the tracks added into Gran Turismo Sport, you can see that there is a pattern, and it goes fictional, real, fictional, real, fictional, real. And if that pattern continues, then we're looking at a fictional circuit here. The last track added was Le Mans in May. We didn't have a track added last month. But as long as that pattern continues, we're looking at potentially, or probably, a fictional circuit here. Now, Manicourt isn't in that area of France. Paul Ricard, interestingly, is in the Provence region of France, but it's not quite on the coast, and I don't think those images really look like Paul Ricard at all anyway, with that bridge and the water. So I don't think it's going to be Paul Ricard or Monaco or Manicourt. It just looks like a completely a track completely built from scratch. But that's no bad thing. Gran Turismo, they do make very, very good fictional circuits, so looking forward to exactly what that's going to be. There was one final tweet, which was another little teaser, just a fly through over some nice flowers looking at the track. Now, that looked like a sort of a road. It didn't really look like a proper circuit as such, like a proper facility. We do have the Alsace circuit in the game, and it kind of reminds me of that, although we can't tell much from that. It's just one corner. So all we know really, it's in the south of France, in the Provence region, most likely a fictional circuit, and that's about it. So hopefully it's going to be a good one. If history repeats itself, then it probably will be, because Gran Turismo, as I've said it so many times, they're so good at making fictional circuits. So that's absolutely no problem for me. But yeah, that's a quick look at the circuit. Any guesses? If anyone can guess exactly what that's going to be based on those 3 tweets, then I'll give you a shout out and a packet of discos in the post. So do get your comments sent in down below. So let me know what you think that might somehow be. So a couple of other additions away from the circuits, or the circuit and the 7 cars, is the custom livery editor. So they added again another tweet, and it seems to be that you can update your race suit, your driver suit, with custom liveries, which is very cool actually, and very, very much looking forward to that. And if anyone would like to attempt to make a Super GT inspired sort of livery for me, then I'll be more than happy to again give you a shout out and maybe a multi-pack of discos this time around. So this second tweet regarding the custom liveries showed it off a little bit more. So it seems that you can really go to town with exactly what you want to put on your suit, which is really cool actually, which is a really nice update. And yeah, looking forward to seeing that, and looking forward to see what people can get onto their race suits. It's just another way for you to sort of feel more proud of your drivatar or your avatar by putting your own name on your suit and everything. So it just adds to the immersion a little bit more. And that's a solid, very nice update. And something else related to the driver is in Scapes you will now be able to add a driver into the scape and take a photo. So quite how many poses and whatever you can add, I don't know, but it might tie in well with the custom livery. So you can make custom livery on your suit and then show it all off in the Scapes feature. You see here they added the Toyota at Le Mans, then added the sort of the custom driver just next to their car. So a couple of little additions there as well. So it looks like a very good update indeed overall. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts, especially on that Mercedes. Will it be the Mercedes? It looks like it is to me, but if you think it's something different, then do let me know. And of course, any opinions, any other information you might have regarding any of the things I've mentioned, just comment. I'd love to know. I want to know exactly what these things might be added into the game. So that brings a close to this video. So just a very brief look at Update 1.22 coming to Gran Turismo Sport on July the 30th. If you found this video at least somewhat useful or entertaining or funny or something positive in any way, then hit the like button and do subscribe if you haven't done so already. And that is the end of this one. I thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.